Okay, thank you. We are ready to get started for you. We were warming up a little bit there with our first tune to make sure things were fully set. That'll be Sack of Woe by Cannonball Adderley, the great alto saxophonist, that we'll be starting off with the jazz band. Sack of Woe. That was John Beeson back there on piano and Ben McClelland on trumpet. All right, the next tune we'll be playing for you was written by Cannonball Adderley's brother, Nat Adderley, famous cornet player, one of the few jazz musicians who actually played the cornet instead of the trumpet. A little bit different tone. It's a different build, and results in a bit of a more mellow sound. This is Jive Samba. That was Ben McClelland again on the trumpet solo. All right, our set is 3 tunes with the jazz band here. Before we play our third song, I'd like to recognize our senior members of the jazz band. We're a little bit smaller group this year, but we still have a couple seniors that are contributors to the group. All right, so we have Luke Christ on trombone. Max Ferris on bari sax. This is Max's first year in the jazz band. He decided his senior year to give it a shot, and we're glad because that bari sax is a great sound. And of course, Ben McClelland on trumpet. Luke, we have a tradition of giving our seniors in the marching band at a banquet a gift. And we pulled the rest of the instrumental groups in, so Luke, you get a present. You didn't know that. Thank you. The other guys are in the marching band too, so they'll get theirs later. So, and also in our instrumental music department, there are some awards that I typically give deserving seniors who have contributed significantly to that group during their time. And an award we present to an outstanding senior in the jazz band is the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. The award was created by the Instrumentalist magazine, which unless any of you out there have an instrumental education background, may not even be aware that it exists. But it's a significant publication that's been around for many, many decades in the instrumental teaching world. And some of you may even have remembered in your own high school band past that there were some awards that were actually part of this program. So the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is the one we use here with our jazz band, and this year that goes to Ben McClelland. All right, the jazz band here is going to finish its set up with "Come On, Come Over" by the late great jazz bassist Jaco Pastorius.
One, two, three, four.
That was Bryce Matway having all that fun on the bass there. John Beeson again on piano. And the jazz band, I'll not step in front of the speaker so you don't get feedback. It's, again, a smaller group this year, no printed programs, so we cut down on waste that might end up outside here at Central Catholic. But we have Luke Christ on trombone. Ben Wingerter on trombone. Max Ferris on bari sax. Ben McClelland on trumpet. Christian Gleba on alto sax. John Beeson on piano. JP Danielle also on piano. Bryce Matway on the bass. And DJ Burkhardt on drums. All right, the Blue Knights Jazz Band. We'll take just a few moments to get set up and continue with the string ensemble. All right, so the first piece that the string ensemble will play, we used for our sound check a little bit. This is Bourrée number 7 from Handel's Water Music. All right, our next piece is an Irish tune called On Maidí an Mara. I looked at it and didn't know how to pronounce this title, so for a few weeks I was just, guys, the slower Irish one, okay? And Mrs. Wilson and I have plenty of Irish background, have played the music in the past ourselves, but Gaelic isn't a language I really know. So finally, I said to Mike Kepler here, I said, Mike, can you talk to your family? Can you get someone to get this pronunciation for me? He said, yeah, I'll talk to my uncle. You know, he lives in Ireland still?
He immigrated.
Emigrated from Ireland. So we phoned a friend. I don't know if they know what that means, but phoned a friend and got the pronunciation. This is On Maidí an Mara. It's not windy, but just windy enough to blow your music around, right, Ian? So I did want to, this is a good moment to give a special thanks to one of our audio students, Jackson Majewski, sitting at the console there. The jazz band's loud, the marching band is loud, you know, the strings, it's a small group, you know, and those instruments are not designed to put out a large amount of volume. So wanted to go to the effort to mic them so you'd be able to hear them well outside, where we don't have as much natural amplification. So thanks to Jackson for helping me wrangle that thing and get things going here for the string ensemble. Our set is also 3 songs. Before we play our last song with the string ensemble this afternoon, we'd like to recognize the seniors in this group. We have a few seniors that have been with us for 4 years. This ensemble has been in existence, I believe this is the 6th year now, so it is a relatively young group in terms of the history of Central Catholic. And this group of seniors is kind of the first group that is like, you know, a core group of the string ensemble, and younger players are like, oh yeah, those guys have been playing with the group for like a little while now. It's the first time I've had a sibling come through. You know, Jordan's older brother, Jordan's the younger brother, sorry. Jordan's a freshman, and his brother played cello his senior year, the first year that the group existed. So now it's been around enough, we got, you know, convincing some people to come back, you know, as siblings. So here are our seniors in the string ensemble. Mike Kepler on violin. You can stand, Mike, so they can see you. That's Mike. Jack Henney on cello. And Will Caballero, also on cello. I decided to introduce an award for the string ensemble this year, now that it has cemented itself as a mainstay in the department, and we've had it be long enough that we've had students contribute for a significant period of time. The same organization that produces the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award also has one called the National School Orchestra Award. So I decided to implement that recognition this year with the string ensemble, and that the first recipient of the National School Orchestra Award at Central Catholic is Mr. Mike Kepler.
Can I stand up?
I'll give it to you later. I don't have it with me right now, but you are the recipient. And we will play our third song now, which is an arrangement of a traditional Irish jig set for a string quartet. The two jigs are Hole in the Hedge and Out on the Ocean. All right, the string ensemble is Ian Ney on violin, Aaron Grant on violin, Amari Smith on violin, Mike Kepler on violin. And then, so I don't have to keep saying it, the rest of them are on cello. Jack Henney, Will Caballero, and Jordan Coco. We'll need just a few moments for myself to move over and get ready for the final group, for the band. All right, so as you can see, we're in uniform, but we're not out on the football field. So what's going on? So this is in this year of COVID, it's certainly presented some challenges for all aspects of teaching. But with instrumental music, wind playing, singing for Dr. Mackey, our other music teacher, it's presented some significant challenges for getting through the year. But still doing something effective and productive and worthwhile. So early on in the year, when vaccines were not on the horizon yet, we didn't really know how long we were going to be living with this thing and with the severity of the illness, I made the decision to do all of our wind playing outdoors. Now this group is fairly well used to it, with those long football seasons and trips to Hershey and trying to unfreeze their valves and slides at football games. But, for those who haven't done that yet, or for some of the members of the jazz ensemble that hadn't been playing outdoors, it took some getting used to, on those colder days, go out and play. But from the instrumentation standpoint, it makes things a little bit of a challenge, too, because we go through our football season as the marching band, and then late fall, start working towards Christmas concert band, different instruments. If you never thought about that, but the percussion that we would use for a traditional, more classical wind band concert has a lot of percussion that's not conducive to outdoor playing, dragging out timpani and chimes and concert snares. So I couldn't imagine doing that all year long without the instruments getting destroyed. So what made the most sense to me was stay in marching band instrumentation for the whole year. That way we're doing more playing each day that we can set up quickly. Keep the horns here, and play music, and it's worked out pretty well. So with Christmas, it was pretty easy. Line up out on the field, play some Christmas songs, and that was something different and fun. But I wanted us to be able to conclude the year, when we had nice weather, hopefully, which we got, thankfully, to be able to have a more traditional concert, but outdoors, concert in the park style, and put the band in their uniforms, which we didn't get to see much this year, kind of like a military service band style concert. So in keeping with that visual, we're also playing music that sort of goes along with that. So we'll be playing 4 songs, all of them by John Philip Sousa. John Philip Sousa marches by the marching band, seated in performance for you this spring. The first march is titled High School Cadets. We actually got here earlier today. Obviously, the stuff didn't get put up all by itself, right? But the band showed up earlier as well, around noon, to help get this get this set up here, but also to rehearse a little bit. We actually have a number of students that weren't able to fit the class in this year, which is pretty common, you know, but still be able to participate with the marching band. But wanted to play on this final concert, so made sure we got in here this afternoon to rehearse a little bit, so everyone could play through it together before we played for you. And we started with this song to rehearse. We played through about 8 measures, and then I just stopped, and I said, "Guys, I forgot what this felt like and what this sounded like." You know, playing outdoors in class all year usually, you know, yields a little bit different sound. Over there on the quad, people are leaving if they don't have a final class, saying hi. Will Caballero started a tradition this year where he played a song from one of the teachers to tease him every time he left, but it just didn't sound the same as playing a full band. So doing that this afternoon it felt really nice. And I told them, this is the last time that I did this, that I stood in front of the band and conducted and heard that full band come back at me in this style, was Christmas Concert 2019. So we didn't do a spring concert in 2020, so here we are. And so it felt good, and I hope that it feels good as audience members to get to experience it. That's what we're trying to do for you. Our next song is Manhattan Beach. All right, our next one, a little bit of history. John Philip Sousa, in addition to having his own band that he put together and toured the country with, and it's basically very, very popular. You know, the kind of thing that a lot of people would show up to those concerts for. And it's kind of a, you know, in this day and age, music has changed so much, and it's kind of hard to envisions sometimes this being what most people would go out for some light, enjoyable music to have fun. We treat this a little differently now. Here we are in a formal concert. But he also was the leader of his own band, but also the conductor of the president's own Marine Corps band. So the next tune, I'm making sure that I'm not getting glares from Brother Tony as an ex-Coast Guard. Yeah, but Semper Fidelis, Marine Corps motto. Ben McClelland on that trumpet bugle style solo, and George Robinson on the snare. Before we play our final tune, well, I'd also like to recognize our seniors in the band. It's a larger group. We have more seniors. The seniors, when your name is called, you can actually come up and receive your gift right over there. Not all could be present today, but I will still read all names of seniors. Okay, our senior members of the band this year: Hunter Bauer, Will Caballero, Ellie English, Max Ferris, Jimmy Jenko, Aria Hamill, Richie Rivnak, Quentin Hall, Catherine Jezerk, Kendall Kalanish, Enwi Napik, Tommy Kondrick, Bobby Kusk, Nick Marshall, Ben McClelland, Nora Austin, Katie Parsons, Drew Pushko. Liana Rochelle. And Jordan Scott. I don't think there were any names that I forgot. That was what was on my roster. We also have some senior awards that we would like to recognize, but actually, before I get to that, it's a tradition in the marching band that after 2 years of service in the marching band, you are awarded your marching band letter. Last year, we didn't have an awards banquet. We didn't have a spring concert. So there were a whole group of people last year who did not receive them, as well as this year's who would have qualified. So I'm actually not going to read through all the names right now because it is half the band. So at this time, those members who have completed 2 years of service as of either last year or this year, stand. It's going to be most our sophomores and juniors, guys. All right, and there are 2 more senior awards we'll recognize at this time. One of them is the Peter J. Spadaro Award for Instrumental Music. This is presented at graduation. Actually, before I say anything, I see that Brother Tony's there. The students still already know that they're getting these. It's okay if I say it now. That's the way it always used to be. I just realized right now. I better make sure I'm not gonna make somebody upset. So the Peter J. Spadaro Instrumental Music Award will go this year to somebody who's actually, during his time in high school, has become a multi-instrumentalist. He started out in the string ensemble. He decided that maybe I'll join the marching band on bass drum, and then I thought, no, we need a tuba. So he said, okay, I'll play the tuba. So Will Caballero is here for his multi-instrumental talents. And then the same series of awards that were part of the other ensembles from the Instrumentalist magazine, the traditional marching band award is called the John Philip Sousa Award, very fitting for today's concert. And for his dedicated leadership throughout his time in the marching band goes to Bobby Kusk. I've been told to turn the microphone over when I was finished.
So it is not common practice for us to recognize a parent at this event, but this year is special, and there is someone that we're saying goodbye to today that has been a Viking band parent volunteer for 7 years, and that's not common. We come and go every couple of years, but this person has been doing his time for 7 years, serving the last 4 as our Booster Club president, and before that, he was the Booster Club vice president. He is the first person that greeted most of us on our child's first day at band camp with a warm smile and an outstretched hand, welcoming us to this organization. So on behalf of all of the parents, past and present, the last 7 years, the CCBPA board would like to present this small token of our appreciation to the mayor, Mr. Larry Pushko.
And so, on behalf of the students here, we would like to thank Mr. Wilson with a small gift for helping us throughout this really hard year for the music program. He's been doing a great job, I think. So, Mr. Wilson, we'd like to give you this gift from all the students.
No, you don't want me to give a speech. I actually, this is one of the most unnatural things for me sometimes, speaking. You know, when I was a kid, I never thought I'd be speaking in front of large groups, and here I am. So no speech, sorry. But a couple words of thanks to the students for everything that you've sort of gone through and put up with, not just with school, not just with band, but everything that you've dealt with the past year, and coming through it at this point, you know, to here perform and do something meaningful. Thank you to all the parents, the volunteers, even those that don't have the time to volunteer but still support their child's participation in this group. That's the appreciation is felt more than is realized. Thank you to Mrs. Wilson. She's been manning the camera this whole time. She actually likes attention even less than me, but it's greatly appreciated. You know, I did not live stream because myself and Drew are actually the two people up here that could have handled doing that. So that was just one technical thing to not worry about right now. But this was recorded on camera and will be distributed hopefully as soon as this week on YouTube. Last but not least, you know, and he doesn't really care for this level of attention, but much thanks to Brother Townie. He's been a staunch supporter of the entire music program, what myself and Dr. Mackey have done, and it's liberating is a good word, to feel that we have support in our decision making to do what we think is best to help build the programs here. And Dr. Mackey is not here at this concert today, but I know that I can speak for him that we are both incredibly grateful for the support that our department gets. And we will finish up with our final tune of the afternoon, Liberty Bell March.